Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Checking in with the Gamecocks head coach before the game. He has been warning his team all week about this game. Both teams undefeated to start the season, and he believes the difference will be who can execute the best. He believes that his team and his quarterback have the confidence and composure to compete well in this environment. I'll keep you posted on how well they're communicating down here on the field. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Gamecocks ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. From the back. Throwing Russell. Dumps it off in the flats. Breaks into the open. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And that play works because the QB did an unbelievable job. He's going through his progressions. He's sitting in the pocket, and he sees, man, a lot of space out to his right. I get the ball to my playmaker, and he does the rest. This is what's so fun about him. He's going to make the catch. He's going to make people miss, use his speed to make big plays.
Sets up the screen. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week. And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
Russell. Here comes the heat. And down he goes.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It is changed.
The run inside. It's Riley. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's fourth down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
The Tide will have to call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Oh, the attempt is no good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
From the gun, the running back has it. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? We're going to get a lot of answers today.
He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella. Get the 6. Get the pick 6.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Sellers through the noise. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And this offense coming out slow, man. Kind of frustrating because you had that bye week last week. What do? You go back and self-scout, look at yourself. What can I do better? And then you come out in the first quarter and you're not playing great out the gates. They got to find themselves in a little rhythm, knock off some of that bye week rust.
Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Tide ready to roll on offense. A missed field goal ruined the last drive. Now a chance to get points here on this drive in the first quarter. He'll try the left side. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard. Easy.
Makes the grab on 3rd. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Quick release by the QB. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Just barely picked up a yard, but that last completion, it's 2nd and 9. Sends it back in motion. Keelan Russell. Got it. Got a little grass. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. He'll run it again. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Riley. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Throwing Russell. He's got it on the move. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding it. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
With the run on 1st and goal. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Went right back to him, and again he is denied. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
3rd and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. On the run from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Throwing Sellers. Lets it go. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Gets away from 1. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all. But no surprise, when you start the game 0 for 4 at QB, you've got no points on offense.
They punted on their first drive of the game, and now they have to convert on 3rd down to avoid doing it again. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Yeah, And on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
Guys, look at this. Surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Play clock was down to 5. No need to rush things. Make sure you got it right, so they'll use the timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. And the Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. The solid return there offsets some of the... yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. Wide receiver comes in motion. Russell. A little screen to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
You're not going to fool this guy on the running back screen. They're trying to invite him up the field, rushing the passer, but he saw it too soon. He was able to stop in his tracks, locate the running back, get outside, and make a tackle. That is a very heads-up play that time by the DN.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Running inside, it's Riley. Maybe a crease. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Keelan Russell gets it to the back. Could not make his way to the corner. They want to get the ball in the hands of playmakers, and they did, but this time the defense up to the challenge.
And when you slide that running back out of the backfield, like I'm thinking pass, I got to be locked in, and I got to see him, and the linebackers have to see him and understand when the quarterback throws him the football. I got to break on it, and everybody's got to corral him because he's so dangerous after the catch.
Off the RPO, complete. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that first down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on third down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
Alabama quickly back to the line. Red pass, it's complete. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. And after that penalty, the defense is almost out of real estate to defend. It's 1st and goal on the 1. He's going for the goal line. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Alabama!
But how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Sellers to throw. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
And this has been a frustrating watch so far, guys. I mean, Jesse, you got to be loving the quarterback play here. I mean, just 0 for 6 to start the game. Like, no answers so far, not in rhythm, not accurate. Like, they've got to find something and find something fast because he's not settled in. He's a little bit rattled, and it's showing.
Not a lot of room to work. He made sure that football was secured. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. I know you want to keep the ball away from the other offense, but going for it inside your own 40? Release to the back. At the 45. Caught, and he's got room. Steps out of bounds. He's all the way down to the 13-yard line, and they are in scoring territory. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Sellers. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We start with UL Monroe taking on the James Madison Dukes. And it's the Warhawks sneaking out of here with an upset victory. Gonna have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome. It brings them to 2-2 on the season following a big road win. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Conference USA.
The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high rate.
The Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Throwing Sellers. Finds his big tight end. Stumbled to the ground. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. Now here's Sellers. Bringing the heat. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
And man, that's another drive for this offense where it's frustration. You're looking at this.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Sellers to throw for it on 4th. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, was going to get the first down there. You're the quarterback, you're the coach, you're thinking, all right, fresh set of downs. Offensive coordinator's already looking at his play sheet, getting ready to dial up the next play, but not so fast, David. Defense comes away with a massive takeaway.
Huge takeaway, and think about it. You're trying as hard as you can to get him down, stop him on this 4th down, get the ball back. He gets the first down. It's a little bit demoralizing, but because you're running to the football, you get a hand on it, you get the football out. Now you get, it's like stopping him on 4th down anyways, because you got the ball and you're getting it back to your offense.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Back has it. Makes the grab in their space. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. Could be an alley. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was finished off by a terrific 26-yard touchdown run. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Complete. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4. And the Gamecocks in the hurry up. they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Sellers lined up in the gun on third down. It's complete to the right. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
Here's Sellers to throw. Quarterback adapting. He turns it loose to the left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Here comes that Alabama offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Russell. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And I get why this offense is aggressive. They've been doing what they wanted, right? And they built this huge lead, but they can't get careless. Like, don't make those mistakes that might get this defense back in the football game.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. With the draw, it's Riley. Fights off a defender. He picks up the first down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been third down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him. And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down.
When I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now, with a nice lead here late in the third quarter, they're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This has been a really good-looking drive. Plenty of plays. They're staying on the field. They're bleeding and ticking this clock away. Nice job there getting it done on the ground.
Throwing Russell. Pressure coming. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of the third quarter. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Give to the running back. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. keep it on the ground. Might have a chance. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
He's got the tight end, and he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. The Gamecocks want to crank the tempo.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen...
Trying to beat the D deep. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. You got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
They'll move the wide receiver. Again, it's Sellers. Buys a little time. They're working that left side.
That's really nice fundamentals by a right-handed quarterback, going to his left, getting the shoulder turned and the hips around, helping him make a very accurate throw.
Facing 3rd and long from the 40. Little over anxious out of the stands early, and it's a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Still 3rd down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Harbor. There's a crease. The 20. All the way. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And this offense finally gets something together and gets on the scoreboard. It's not over yet, but this is a good sign, man. They got the positive momentum. See if they can build on this, even though we're in the 4th quarter.
The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And he capped it off with a 65-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Riley. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Snap to the back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's third down. Russell rushes on him. Gets it to him on the screen. There he goes. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on fourth down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. The run inside. It's Harbor. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game, because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
From the gun on third down, Sellers. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Fourth down, Sellers. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a fourth down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. Fourth down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's picked off for the third time today. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammer. Going the other way, and he's got room. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well. Finding some room. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Keelan Russell. Looking for the score. Touchdown Tide. He got it right inside the pylon. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And they tacked on the extra point. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Running inside, it's Harbor. Got enough for the first. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. One more play to pad the stats. The run from the shotgun. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And the Gamecocks can really attack on this second and short. Sellers makes the grab on the left. And that is how we will wrap this one up. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game. Possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to